Hey 4-H, we are meeting today to talk a little bit about the art of the thank you letter and how you need to write thank you letters, especially coming off of county show and the stock shows. There are so many people that are doing an awful lot for you. And so writing them a thank you letter is seen as a wonderful opportunity for you to express your thanks for their efforts towards you. So we're going to go through some of the steps of writing a good thank you letter. So are you ready? Let's get started. When you are writing a thank you letter, there are 6 basic steps to follow. You start with a greeting. Number 2, we're going to go over some ways to say thank you. There are so many ways to say thank you, but we'll go over a few. Number 3, talk about specifics. You can say thank you, but then say why you wanted to thank them. Mention them, how you appreciate them. You can say thank you one more time. That would be step 5. And then step 6, we're going to close with a nice warm close and then your signature, so that we have all of those 6 steps in the letter writing process. We want to make sure that our letter is a complete and nice letter to them. So let's get started with step 1. We're going to start with a greeting. Usually this is to address the recipient. It can be your relationship to them. And different people will have different relationships to you. So, dear Grandma and Grandpa, or dear Aunt Susie and Uncle Fred. Let's say you're not related to them. So maybe they are friends, and so, they're your neighbors. So you would say to Susie and Fred Smith. Maybe it was an organization, so you'd want to put to the Fred and Susie Smith Foundation. So those are some different ways. If they are someone maybe you don't know or you don't know as well, you may address it as Mr. or Mrs. Smith. Mr. and Mrs. Smith. You want to put the best greeting that you can. Obviously, if someone is not a real close relationship to you, you don't put a real informal greeting to that. Another quick warning I will want you to double check is make sure you are spelling their name or names correctly. So making sure you have their proper name and it is spelled correctly. Make sure their first and last name are spelled correctly. You know how much you like your name to be said or spelled correctly, so you want to make sure that they also have their name spelled correctly. So each letter will be different with their greeting. Not everyone will be dear and not everyone will be to. So you want to address it exactly how that relationship works with you. Okay, now on to step 2. So our wording, we are telling them thank you. And there are so many ways to say thank you. You could say thank you so much. You can say I appreciate what you've done for me. Thanks a million. I can't get over how thankful I am for you, for what you did for me. I just wanted to tell you thank you. I appreciate you. We've talked about I appreciate you. I sincerely thank you. You're saying thank you to them. And you can address that also how their relationship is to you. Maybe you would say I appreciate to someone a little more formally than, so the foundation, you might say I appreciate your support of me in my endeavors, whereas Grandma, you say thank you Grandma so much for all that you did. A favorite aunt or uncle, you might say thanks a million, I really appreciate that. So you're trying to start off your thank you letter with a thank you. Now I want you to think, do you have a favorite way to say thank you? Okay, step 3, talk about specifics. What are you going to use their gift for? What was their gift? How did it make you feel? Is their gift going to impact you or help you do something? Maybe what was the favorite part of their support? You know, like with County Show, if they gave you money or they were one of your donors, what are you going to use that money for? Why did you feel like it was so helpful for them to give you that support? Did it make you feel happy or excited for going on to future stock shows? Why were they so helpful to you? That's what you're being specific about, is how their support or their gift is going to be able to support you. Okay, on to step 4. Mention them. This could be mention your relationship to them, how you look forward to working with them later, how you look forward to them seeing you in a future stock show or something like that. You are mentioning them as they are in relationship to you and in relationship to your gift. So you can ask about them, let them know that you think about them or that you're looking forward to seeing them again. So it's kind of a side step, but it's important that people know that you're not just wanting presents or gifts from them, but to know that you really like them as part of your life. So we want to be able to mention them and your respect or appreciation for them, in that they are someone important to you. Okay, so step 5 may seem a little ridiculous, but you need to say thank you again. You can word it as, I can't say thank you enough, or I just wanted to say thank you again, or I just want to let you know how much I appreciate you, your support, things like that. You want to make sure you are saying thank you again. You're rounding up your letter with, I've said thank you, and I've told you what I'm going to use your gift for, and I've expressed how much I appreciate you more than just the gift, and now I'm going to say thank you again. So it's kind of this sandwich that you're putting together, and the thank you is the bread on both sides. So you want to say thank you again. Okay, and our final step, step 6, is our closing. So we want to close this letter nicely or warmly. So you can use a lot of different ways, especially depending on what the relationship is. For those that it's a little more formal, sincerely is a good one. Thank you again is a good one. For those that it's a closer relationship or you're a family, with love, yours truly is a good one for kind of neighborly ones as well. Many thanks, all the best. Those are, you can see a bunch of different options on how to close a letter, and then you sign it with your name, and that way we've got a nice opening, a good little amount said, and then a nice warm closing and your signature. And that is a really nice, well-written thank you letter. And of course, at this point, it's now your responsibility to make sure that they get it. You want to make sure that they receive your thank you letter, and they know how much they are appreciated. So finally, I just wanted to talk really quick about why it's so important to write a thank you letter. By writing a thank you letter or note, you are showing appreciation to not only those that love you, but those that are wanting to support you within the county. So it shows appreciation. It's going to strengthen relationships with people, that maybe you know and maybe you don't. And so by writing those thank you notes, you can strengthen their relationship. And you may even grow support for your projects and for the things that you do because you are one that shows appreciation. Can you think of any other reasons why we might write a thank you note? So, quick review. We're going to practice writing a thank you note. You're going to need to send some out anyway. So, step 1, start with a greeting. Step 2, we are going to say thank you. There's a lot of different ways to say thank you. You want to talk about specifics. That's step 3. Step 4 is mention them. Let them know that it's just not this generic thank you, that you actually thought about the actual person. Step 5 is say thank you again, maybe in a different way. And then you wrap it up with a warm regards closing, so a sincerely or I appreciate you or yours truly, and then you sign your thank you note. Okay, so now we're going to practice. So we'll start off by saying, Dear Grandma and Grandpa. So that's a very good start. This would be an informal letter. Then we're going to say, I want to write and say thank you to you for your support at County Show. Then we're going to add, I know I will be able to use that support at the State Stock Show coming up in February. You see how that works? Then we're adding, I can't wait to see you next month at the family party, making it more personal. Then we're going to add our second thank you. Once again, thank you so much for your love and support. And at this point, we're going to sign our letter. With this one, it's informal, so it's an informal letter, so we'll put love and our signature. So we have a very nice letter for a loved one. Now let's try again with a more formal letter. In this case, you might start off to City Buyers Club, whatever city was the one that supported you at the sale, at the premium sale. Now we're going to add, I really appreciate all the support I received from you at the county stock show. Now we're making it more personal by saying this would be a huge help to me as I represent the county at the state stock show. At this point, you need to mention them, so you might say something like, I will be thinking of all of the support I have back home as I compete. Once more, adding another thank you. Remember, we're making that sandwich of thank yous. And then we are going to sign our name. We might sign it a little more formally, but we're still going to sign our name. There are a couple of different ways to writing a thank you note. One is a little more informal and one was a little more formal, but you get to decide how you make your own. So there is a real art to writing a thank you letter. And now is the time for you to practice at home. Hey everybody, thank you for joining us today as we learned the art of writing a thank you letter. We have so many people in our community and in our lives that show support for us and our efforts. So I'm hoping that you are feeling more confident and in your abilities and the importance of writing a thank you note yourself. So if you have any further questions, please feel free to contact me, Miss Melanie, at the Extension office. Also, if you need help with supplies for writing those thank you notes, please let me know. We have a few here in the office that I'm happy to donate to your cause. So have a great day. And if you have any further questions, I hope to hear from you soon. So we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.